Hey everybody, Chris at Sea Trucks here. Well, as you can see, I'm kind of tucked into my hammock here. It's Friday night, or Thursday night, and we had planned to go down for a 3-day backpacking trip to Harrison-Crawford. And there's about 2 to 4 inches of rain down there. The rangers suggested that we don't come down since we had a group of about 25. And so our trip's going to get canceled, but in the meantime, me and 3 other guys were packed up, and we decided we're going to go somewhere. So we landed down here at the Morgan Lake State Park, Paynetown campground. So we came down, we're going to kind of car camp here, and then in the morning we're going to go towards Deam Lake, Knobstone, somewhere in that area, maybe just to see if we can find some trails and maybe do a little backpacking yet. But I know they got 2 to 4 inches of rain. There's it's 60 degrees today, and now it's about probably in the upper 20s, and wind gusts of 20 to 30 mile an hour. So I don't know. We'll see how this turns out, but it's spitting snow and it's wind. I don't know if you can kind of hear that wind in the background, but we kind of got tucked up in here at this little campsite, and got our hammocks all set up, and I got my zero bag and my 20-degree underquilt, so I think I'm all ready to go. So I think I'm maybe ready to go for the night here. It's wind chills are supposed to be really cold tomorrow, and tonight we'll see how it goes. But anyway, we're gonna give it our best shot, and hopefully the trails aren't too muddy tomorrow. It's pretty muddy out here, and I know the lakes, parking lots were flooded. But anyway, well, I'm gonna sack out for the night. It's about, I don't know, 11:30 or so, and so get some sleep, and we'll hit it in the morning. Yeah, it's about 3:30 in the morning, and 20 degrees, and the wind's finally calmed down just a little bit, but got a little chilly there for a while. That wind was really howling and blowing, and just looking at the thermometer, it's 21, and like the wind chill still feels like it's 8. So staying pretty warm here, and got a couple cold spots whenever I roll around and got to readjust, but other than that, it's been not too bad, I guess. But I don't know, looks like it might be snowing a little bit, and so anyway, just woke up, thought I'd check in, and gonna hang out for a little bit longer and stay warm until daylight anyway. Well, good morning. It's about 7:30, and it's cold and windy, and still windy. Wind died down for a little bit, but then it really come through last night. It's there's some snow blowing in underneath my tarp a little bit this morning, and just kind of, I don't know if it's frost in the air or what it was, but anyway, stayed warm for the most part. My feet got just a little bit cold, had to put my sit pad down there, but yeah, I'm gonna get out and maybe get some coffee around and see what the other guys are doing. So just kind of did get some sleep off and on last night, but not too bad. It was a good test for things. I'm not sure what the temperature is, but I know the wind chill was down in the single digits last night. You kind of see my tarp moving around here, and kind of hear the wind, but so a couple little spots in my underquilt I had to keep adjusting. If I turn or move, they kind of adjust those, but it wasn't too bad all in all, I guess. I guess you got to be a little crazy to be out here to do this type of camping, but It's a good way to test your gear, kind of figure out what works, what doesn't work, and what you need to improve on, and what temperature stuff is good for. But got a couple other guys over here, so we'll get out and maybe get some coffee and some breakfast and decide what we want to do today. It's supposed to be even colder yet tonight, so see if we kind of, when we headed out this yesterday, thought we were going to be going down towards Louisville, and I hadn't planned for much colder weather than maybe 20 degrees, but so this is a little colder than what I'd really packed for, so we'll see how it goes. But anyway, I guess it makes for a good story and a good experience. And yeah, my smart water bottle is pretty frozen here this morning. As you can see, it's still a little liquidy, but I'll get some out of here and see if I can get my coffee made. But, over here by this lake, over here Lake Monroe is where we're at. So. So currently we're at the Charles Deam forest. Here's the map. I think we're right here at this fire tower. We're thinking about either going out here to the cemetery, camping here. There's also an old house foundation here. We thought about we may take that trail and go there for the night. So, and there's also this trail. There's several campsites along here. So we'll figure out one and get headed that way here shortly. Waiting on a couple more guys to get here. So here we are. We're getting packed up back here. It's basically going to be 6 of us, and we're going to head in on one of these trails. Sun's shining right now. It's still about 25 degrees. It's supposed to be down to I don't know, 9 or 10 tonight, but the wind's not going to be quite so bad. So, yep, I think we're loaded up. We're going to try and find a camp and get some firewood, and at least have a fire tonight, and get our hammocks up before it gets dark. Unlike last night when wind was blowing about 30 miles an hour, and it was cold and dark, and we drove around trying to find at least a campsite that had enough trees on it to hang 3 hammocks. So, but it was all right. It's part of the experience, and we're having a great time out here so far. I had some lunch here, just as this little parking area, and I guess we're ready to go here. So we'll update you down on the trail.
It's definitely fascinating.
That's what I'm thinking. It's kind of cool.
But look, like this.
That's soft right here where the sun thawed the ground out.
Right here.
See?
Yep.
A little water over there from the lake, backed up. guess that's what happens. You get 4 inches of rain in a day. Yeah, it's a little disappointing here. This has kind of been trashed out. There's a lot of trash and stuff here from the last time we were here.
Is there a thing to lay in? Maybe a water bottle holder right here. Yeah, I think it's put it called up. What we decided?
So we left the old house foundation, kind of bushwhacking across top of this ridge. There's another campsite here by some old cemetery, I guess. So we're gonna bushwhack across here for a mile or so. It's an old trail, but it's hard to find, but I think we're on it. So anyway, I got my All Trails GPS working, so that's what I'm using to come across here. So we're gonna bushwhack over here and see what we can find. Well, we made it to the cemetery. Found our way bushwhacking across.
Now, was the 3 mile thing a joke?
Oh man,
That put a hole in it.
that's a little hard on the old jacket. Well, we got made over here to a camp and got set up. There's a pond over there with a regular campsite, but it's pretty windy there and just catching a lot of wind. So we kind of came up over this little ridge here and kind of set up a little ways from that campsite. But got a fire cooking back there and got our hammock system set up over here. Set up and got my sides down tonight. It's supposed to be a little windy tonight, but not quite like it was last night. So it's 21 degrees right now, and I think it's 6 o'clock or so. But I think it's supposed to get down to 10 degrees tonight. Guess we'll get settled in. At least we got a fire going here. We can sit out by the fire tonight for a while, and then we'll get snuggled in and. At least we'll have a fire in the morning, and we're going to pick some supper here shortly and probably have some coffee. Got a coffee pot over there, or water by the fire cooking. So anyway, it's a great day to be out here in creation, and our trip that kind of went haywire, and now we're just making the best of it. But there's 6 of us, and we'll see how it goes. I think tomorrow night's supposed to be a lot warmer, not a lot warmer, but it's supposed to be warmer tomorrow night. But tonight's supposed to get down to 9 or 10, and wind chills maybe close to 0. So that's what makes a good camp out. So we'll talk to you later. Well, all snugged in here. I like to stay there though. Yeah, it's about 9:30 and just turned in, and it's I don't know, it's 17 degrees and not too bad out breeze wise, but it's gonna be cold, so gonna get tucked in here. Not much else to do. We stood by the fire there tonight. Man, it was just a great time. Did discuss Proverbs 3 and tried to stay warm there, kind of rotating around the fire. Had some coffee and some hot tea, and so just a good fellowship time with these guys. And man, it's just, I don't know, even though it's cold, it's just kind of awesome to be out with some like-minded guys and love the outdoors and just talk about the Lord a little bit. And clear as can be. The stars are just awesome tonight, but man, it's just an awesome night. So it's cold and gonna get colder yet, so I'm gonna get all tucked in here in my down and get my hammock and winter quilt situated, and we'll see how it is for tonight. But I'm not too worried. I've been out in this weather before and tested most of my gear, so but in the morning, trying to get the fire going is gonna be a different story. So we stoked her up out there tonight, and got a pot of water there close by that we were keeping hot water in. But most of our water bottles are frozen. We're gonna have to find water to pump probably in the morning. May have enough for coffee, but that's about it. So, but that's all right. We'll figure it out tomorrow. No big agenda, no big hurry. And sit home. But anyway, all right. Well, that's all I got for tonight. Well, it's about 7:30 in the morning. It got pretty cold last night. I'm not sure what temperature got to. My thermometer showed like 14 when I was up about 1:30. So stayed pretty snug and warm. I had to adjust my top quilt a little bit here, my sleeping bag underneath me a few times. But for the most part, stayed pretty warm. So nobody's moving, and so I think we'll just maybe get up, try and get the fire going here, and get to move it around. But it's awful warm and comfy right where we're at. So all in all, it was a good night.
Okay, this is our this is our weekend backpacking group right here. Just got the fire going on what is it, Saturday morning, and it was about 12 degrees on my thermometer, so it probably did get down to 9 or 10. So we're gonna pump some water and get some coffee on.
That was a little bit of workout, huh?
Yes.
We'll take that Sycamore Trail around and do a little day hike about 7-8 miles, and then we'll hike back to camp there later this afternoon. So kind of warmed up to about 25, sun's shining, and we'll stop and grab a little trail lunch along the way.
Just named it.
And the longer you keep it in, you
Ice
get
weeds.
your property gains tax will be reduced by, your basis will be reduced by a certain amount.
Yeah, it's a beautiful morning on this trail. Just stopped here to shed a layer, and it's still in about the 20s. Sun's is shining, and just a crunchy trail. You guys say whatever you want. This is our group, 6 of us here hiking out, and just thought I'd get a quick video here before we break for a little lunch. So you guys can say anything you want. I don't.
Praise
It's
Jesus.
cold. They're all going to be rock stars after this. So. Some of my favorite hiking's in through a pine area. Just something about it's
just peaceful and majestic, and the pine needles you're walking on, and just a majestic majestic time. Just enjoy walking through these pines, and let alone camping in some and staying on them. Having a great time here with these guys, just walking along, hiking and talking about our lives and our struggles and our successes and our wins, and just about our families, and about God and how great He is and what He's done for us, and where we'd be, how bad we'd be off without Him. Even though we struggle and have times that we go through things we don't understand, but we know that He's in control, and just praise Jesus. My friend Jesse back there behind me. More pine forest, man, these are just awesome. I just can't say how I so much enjoy walking through a pine forest. And it's just quiet and peaceful. It's a nice stream here running kind of along these pines, and there's a campground up here, that little campsite posted. Campsite here, campsite number 4 here. Just a beautiful area. This would be a great place to come back to and make a camp. A little stream crossing here.
Oh, yeah, okay. Pretty good. Oh, you're making your own trail? There's a flat of rock right behind you.
He's at the point of no return now. Finished about 8.2 mile trek. I got leaves in my hair. That's kind of nice, isn't it? 8.2 miles, a little hike here, and finishing up here by our campsite. This is a lake that's just down the way from where we're at. There's actually a campsite here, but it was so windy here last night. We didn't want to camp here. So we kind of went on over the ridge. But so 8 miles a day, and that was a good hike. Stopped and had some lunch, and just had good conversations. Met some other people on the trail doing some day hikes. But we're gonna gather firewood and get some water pumped up here for supper tonight before it gets too dark. So we'll check in later. This is campsite 6. This is out here by that lake. We didn't camp here because of the wind yesterday, so we set up back over that ridge a little bit. But it's a nice little campsite right by this little lake. It's only like 24 degrees tonight so far. It's about 10 o'clock, but just left the fire. Had a great fire tonight. Great time of just sitting around the fire. 6 of us talking, and a good fellowship time. Talked over Colossians 3, a little bit in that chapter, a little teaching tonight. And so just a great guys, and had a lot of fun here this weekend. And tonight's not supposed to be quite as cold as it was last night, that's for sure, but should be a little more bearable in the morning. But we're going to get packed up. There's a kind of ice storm, snowstorm coming in here, and we're going to try and be packed up out of here by on the trail by 9 in the morning at least, so we can get back to the trucks. So, but anyway, what a great weekend. Clear skies, the stars are bright tonight. Fire is good, conversation's good, food was good. Just the fellowship that we had here and on the trail today. Just overall, I just can't say how awesome it was. But it's a great group of guys, and just really enjoyable. So anyway, we'll get packed up in the morning and start heading back for home.
Instead of like LB.
Was there shavings on here for any reason?
Yeah, those are sassafras.
Oh, they are? Oh. You can just drop them off here on the ground or something. We'll deal with them. We're getting ready. We're going to try to make some TV.
And you're going to have one shot play.
Say hello, Kellen.
Calman.
I'm not Kellen.
I said Calman. I said Calman.
Kelman.
Chris doing a video for his blog over here.
YouTube channel.
Sorry, YouTube channel, not blog. Say hello, Kellen.
Hi.
You mean Kelman?
Kellen?
So it's about 9 o'clock. Got camp packed up, doing our last boil for some coffee, but it just started sleeting here, so we're gonna head to the truck here. We got about 1 hour or so hike, but anyway, great night. A lot warmer last night than it was the night before. I got up about 3:30 and it was 19 degrees, but then 7:30 when we got up, it was 24 degrees. So, but the sleet's coming, and we're gonna have a quick cup of coffee. We're gonna get out of here, and then we're gonna go probably find us some breakfast somewhere down the road here. There's a nice little restaurant we've eaten at in the past. So great weekend again. I just can't explain to you what a great weekend it was. What a quiet spot we had. Just good time to sit around and just chill out. So Sea Treks outdoors. I don't know if you can see that, but the sleet is here. Sleet snow mix is upon us. Got a cup of coffee going here, some Cafe Bustelo. And there's still boiling water back here. Got the campfire drenched and put out, so we're all good there. But finish this coffee up, and we'll be ready to go here. Man, being in the woods, the snow coming down, that is, talk about awesome, peaceful.
You see it's snowing pretty good here now. Getting out here, I think just in time. Man, it's beautiful. This snow coming down the woods. Just gorgeous. What a great ending to a great weekend of backpacking here. Can't say enough. Just what a great time to have. Honestly, just a great, beautiful finish. Nothing like hiking through the woods and snowing and peace and quiet.